Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. I'm just filling out some space until this little known game drops on Friday that's known as Doom Eternal or something like that. Now this is a odd game indeed. This is a free-to-play game that has currently been on the PlayStation Network and other sites for a while. It is known as Magic Knight Grand Charion. I don't know if I said that right. It was developed and published by Bandai, and the thing that's weird about this particular free-to-play game is it was a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up that was originally part of a pre-order bonus for a game called Little Witch Academia Chamber of Time. Now, if you pre-ordered this game, you would get this as a free download as a bonus. But apparently now, after a certain amount of time, kind of like what they did with Kingsgrave, I think it was, for Final Fantasy 15, this is a standalone little mini game that you can download and play for free now. Now, the thing about this is it actually is a pretty good little game. It's two parts to it. The first part is your standard issue side scroller, and the second part is a first person mode with robots. Now what I mean is, as it starts off, you will play as these two witches that are in a flying pirate ship, and it is a side scroller adventure where you have multiple different weapons at your disposal. You have your normal rapid shot, you have a triple shot, and you have a mega charge blast, and you defeat waves upon waves of enemies as you're slightly scrolling to the right, just like a title like Gradius or Life Force. Honestly, I haven't noticed really too much in terms of a variety other than different enemies as you progress in the levels, because basically this little mini game is just about seeing how many points you can get, and there are some cool trophies you can unlock for doing this as well. So if you are a trophy hunter, you can actually download and play this for some pretty easy trophies. Now some of them can be kind of difficult, but if you're good at a game like Gradius, you should have no problem in doing at least the first half of these levels. And you'll go through multiple different levels, fighting all kinds of weird creatures, and at the end it'll show a little short cutscene of them taking their ship and transforming it into a giant ultra mecha robot. Basically it turns into a Power Rangers Voltron game once you reach the boss. Once you reach the boss, it will show you transforming in this big robot, and then it goes into a first-person mode where you control the robot as you have to beat this end-level boss. And the mechanics aren't that bad. Honestly, they consist of like your trigger buttons causing you to strafe right or left to avoid being hit by your enemy, and you have multiple different attacks including a normal punch, an uppercut, and a supercharged punch. And what you want to do is beat the enemy up enough while not taking too much damage for you to charge up your mega meter, and it's like in the very middle of the console that you're looking at. Once it fully charges up, it will bring up the option of holding both triggers down and pressing square, I believe, on the PS4, and you'll do your super ultra mega attack and finish off the enemy. And that's really about it. You get like 3 lives total in this game with no continues, and it's just a matter of seeing how far you can actually get before something happens. Honestly, it's interesting. I mean, like on the side-scrolling mission, you get something that's known as a Charion laser, a Charion missile, and your constant canonized shot, I think it's called. And other than that, you just move around and shoot the enemies. And graphically, it's a really nice looking game. It's nothing like, that'll, knock anything out of the park in terms of state-of-the-art graphics, but it is a visually appealing little game. I mean, the animation's very well done. The character models are cute as hell. Now, it does seem to suffer from one main issue that is just a critique on my opinion, and I'm sure yours will be completely different. I hate the sounds of Japanese girls talking, okay? Now, what I mean by that is, my friend Dead Man Bones is an avid lover of anime, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I have found that I don't like the sound of the way anime characters sound. They sound annoying as fuck to me, where it's like, and anyone who's watched anime knows that that's just how it is, but I find that so ear grating. And in this, you'll hear that a lot. Every couple seconds, the main character is constantly talking, and they do have subtitles that explain what's going on, but I find that very annoying. I'm not a huge fan of it. I find it ear grating. There's something about Japanese girls talking in general, screaming like that. I know it's just me. It is strictly just my opinion, but I think that's annoying as hell. But that's like really the only nitpick I can say on the side-scrolling parts. Other than that, it plays buttery smooth. I like the boss battles. Now, as when you go into your Charion mode, when you're the robot, basically you're in your cockpit fighting these different monsters, and you can do your, I think it's called a grand punch, which is a combo by pressing square 3 times. Then you have your, your ability to strafe, which is known as evasive maneuvers, by hitting the L1, R1 to move around. You press X to jump, which I haven't really noticed the jump really working that well. But mainly you'll have your Charion uppercut, which is triangle, and then your super blast punch, which you hold to charge up with the square button before you hit the enemy. And you basically just, try to dodge the enemy, going around. It almost has this Dragon Ball Z, Budokai fight looking level to it, where the background moves, and you have a limited amount of space you can go before a wall will go up and you'll have to move away. So it is limited in like where you're at, so you'll have to think strategically as you're fighting these monsters. But other than that, that's really all this game is. Magic Knight Grand Charion is, like I said, it was a free pre-order bonus for people who got Little Witch Academia Chamber of Time. It is free now for anyone to play. It's been out since 2018, so it's been out for quite a while. But it was just something I found while browsing through the games that I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. It has a weird aesthetic and some pretty good animation to it, too. It does have some really beautifully hand-drawn and animated Japanese animation to it. This sets up the opening of it and during certain cutscenes as you transform into the robot in between mid-levels. But it does repeat, okay? You can't skip them, which is good. Because after the first time of seeing it, after a while when you get to the final level and it goes into the robot transforming mode, I'm just pressing a button to get past it because I don't want to see the Mega Power Ranger transforming robot transform with their music playing and the lady going, "Gaga!" every single time. It's kind of ear grating. But other than that, it actually is a really fun game. It seems to be rather long. You get a good amount of levels you can play with different bosses you fight. And, honestly, visually, it's quite appealing. It's easy to play. It's really fun. And if you like titles like Gradius or Life Force, I could recommend the first half. And if you like games similar to like Power Rangers and stuff where you play as mecha robots fighting other giant monsters, I could say go ahead and download Magic Knight Grand Charion today. It is free. It is a small game. It will not take up too much memory on your hard drive. And it's something nice to play just to mix it up to get a different kind of flavor, a different game every so often, so I can actually recommend it. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching these videos. We got to stick together through these tough times. We will survive. We will persevere as a human race. We're not going anywhere. And make sure to hit the like icon if you like this video. Please leave in the comments below if you actually played Magic Knight Grand Charion or at least the Little Witch of Academia Chamber of Time. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.